Hello, you're listening to the 90th ever episode of Chismes And Menudo. He is
Ricardo, and she is
Adriana, and we are...
What's your last name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Chase.
There we go. Sitting here with the lovely and talented Mr. Alex Chase.
Yeah.
Alexander. First of all, how fucking
Chase.
dare you?
I'm actually changing my real last name though.
I'm so sorry. I should have told you what I call him.
Yeah.
I call him Dijon Mustard.
Dijon Mustard? No, you don't. Shut up. That'd be so funny.
I wanted to for years, but I never had the courage to tell you.
Because everybody's like, wait, you do call me that? Like, that's what you tell people. You're like, oh, it's my friend Dijon. Mustard.
Dijon.
Mustard.
Every
Dijon.
time I look at you, I know, because, okay, let's
You
drop
are wearing mustard paint.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Have I been wearing mustard this entire time? Like,
I think that's what
like our whole life,
as,
whole friend. You're like, damn, why does he wear mustard?
So Dijon.
And it's like Dijon mustard. It's not like yellow mustard. Because it is. It really is Dijon.
Really is, dude.
But I also have yellow mustard.
Yeah,
in
right
the font.
there. Yeah.
Is yellow your favorite color?
No, it's
Because
actually.
you're also drinking. Oh, no, wait, no.
Oh my God! No, that's our proud sponsors, Modelo.
I wish, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Modelo.
Dude.
This is how I call it at work. Because at work, everybody's like, y'all got Bud Lights or Coors Light?" And I'm like, "We got Modelo, Negra Modelo, Victoria, Corona." I just like go real heavy with the accent, so they just feel like stupid. Because it's a Latin restaurant, you know. Like,
Yeah, you dumb shit.
you don't. What is this fucking?
What is this? Are we in Mexico right now?
Like, what the? Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah. So wait, you do call me that?
Okay, so let's drop the facade here, okay?
Okay.
Alexander Chase is your
Stage name.
stage name. But the friends that know you,
Call me
such
DJ.
as I, call you DJ.
Yeah, that's how
when-
she introduced me, like, to you. So
Yeah.
I thought your name was DJ.
Well, we don't
That'd be
have to
a
say
fun
your
name.
you don't have to say your real name,
Can
but
I say the entire name?
whatever you want.
That's up to you.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody knows my name.
We call you
Or
DJ.
I don't know.
I don't know your name.
Yeah, and honestly,
I just
nobody.
asked.
I mean, in a sense, like, you know what? Nobody really knows my name, bro. Like, people call me Chris. People call me Chase. People call me Alex. People call me Alejandro. People call me DJ. But my
well-
real name,
Do you know your name?
oh, this is a world premiere. My real name is Christopher Alexander Iduegas.
You're right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna change my last name to Mejia though.
Why?
Because so my grandpa only had 4 daughters, and I was raised by those 4. So when they die, it's over. Mejia just like stops. But that's like where I got my dad, my Iruegas dad wasn't a part of my life, like my biological dad.
Yeah.
So I have none of those, like, that's not my culture. You know what I mean? Like,
You have
that's
no
not,
connection to it?
Yeah, I have nothing. Like,
Are you full Mexican?
I think so. I'm still finding out about my dad. Like
okay.
recently we.
Oh, no, nothing. Like, he was no.
No,
part
I
of
just he was I knew him for 20 minutes and he
Shit.
no, and then he passed away. You're just gonna laugh about that.
okay.
What what was funny? No, I know. I'm just
Set me
kidding.
up like this.
it. Yeah, for real. It's kind of fucked up.
Nah, yeah. No, well, that's how it happened though. I was like, they were like, hey, your dad's kind of sick, and like, I'm not making a joke about it, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay, so should I go? And they were like, yeah, you should probably come by. And so I went by, and because the next day I was leaving to Prague. I lived in Prague, so I was going to Prague, and I wasn't gonna be back for like months. So I was like, yeah, let me go check it out. And literally like 5 minutes after I left, he passed. Yeah, it was
Wait,
crazy.
okay, so he wasn't there when you were born? Like, he wasn't in your life when you were
Yeah,
a
he
kid?
was in my life for probably till like I was 3 years old, I think.
Okay.
And then that's when.
That's not enough time.
Yeah,
to know.
I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know. My brother knew him, like, you know.
How much
My
older
brother's
is your brother then?
3 years older than me.
Oh, okay, so he was 6.
So he was like 6. Yeah, so he got a little bit of it,
He
you know.
has a memory.
I think enough, yeah, because my brother was like,
memory.
yeah. And what's crazy, my brother didn't even get to see him because
When he passed?
my brother was like, yeah, I'll go tomorrow. And my mom was like, yeah, I'll go with you. But tomorrow was never came.
Your mom was gonna go?
Yeah, because like, you know. Yeah. You would just
That's
be
why
like,
they're your children, you know?
Bye.
bye. See you up there, or what the fuck, whatever.
Or I'm gonna be like, he's from the top to
Yeah.
the, you know.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, no, but that's why I want to change my last name, because I feel like the last of the Mejias will be my grandma, and so like I'm like, damn, I want to keep that, like, because I envision myself winning a Grammy, so I'm like, I'd rather it go down as a Mejia than Iruegas, you know,
Yeah.
and nothing against that family. That family's been very, very welcoming on that side.
Nothing to do with them. It's more like
and they're very welcoming. They're very nice. I went to a wedding recently, and that was like everybody knew who I was, which was crazy because I'm just like, man, I know none of y'all. You know what I mean? Like I know nothing about y'all, and it feels like y'all knew more about me. So it was cool. It was like good to, and they're very welcoming. But again, my morals, like who I am and who I'm proud to be, comes from Mejia because that's who raised me. The women. Mm-hmm.
It's also easier to say.
Yeah, I know. Christopher Alexander Mejia instead of Christopher Alexander Iduegas.
Iduegas. Imagine somebody up there that's white trying to say that.
Oh, don't.
Uriegas.
My whole life.
Actually, that
I've
sounds
had
cooler. Uriegas.
Uriegas. Should I just change it?
It's not Uriegas.
I could change it.
Isn't it Uriegas?
It's Iduegas. It's Yuruegas.
Okay. Pretend you're white.
Never mind. I thought it was an I.
How are you saying it?
I didn't think it was a Y. I thought it was an I.
Uriegas.
Uriegas.
That actually sounds.
That kind of sounds like Noriega.
Yeah, it
Sounds a little, Latin.
You might want to rethink
a little
that.
tropical.
You might want to rethink your morals.
I'm going to rebrand my whole thing. Can we start this over? I'm going to just introduce myself.
Well, we spent like 20 minutes on just your name, dude.
I know.
And also, I'm not about to try to pronounce that name.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm a half a no sabo kid.
Yeah.
So you can call me DJ, bro, if you want. Like everybody.
Or Alexander Chase if it's that's much easier.
The weirdest thing, that's how I can differentiate people, like, because I also bartend, right? So when people come to see me, they're like, what's up, Chase? And I'm like, oh, you don't know me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you definitely don't know me. We probably met once, and it's just like, Chase is the name you remembered, but like, I don't take offense to
DJ.
it.
Yeah. I kind of get that because like all the people that I've known since I was a kid, like family, and then like Fernando Francisco, and like kids that I knew when I was younger, they all call me Ricky. Everybody calls me Ricky. And then like people that I'm not super close to that went to high school with me, they're like, oh, Ricardo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Cool. I know.
I know where you stand. Yeah.
I don't know what people call me.
Puta.
Stupid bitch.
No, I've never called you.
No, really. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Crazy bitch.
No one ever that I know has ever talked negative about you.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
I haven't hung around with you that much, so.
Me? Yeah.
I said I haven't hung around with you that much. I was like, mad shit.
Damn.
You would be stupid bitch.
Growing up for y'all, would y'all beef a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was my bully.
She was?
Yeah.
Wait, are you younger?
Yeah, I'm younger.
Yeah, okay, yeah. My brother was my bully, and he's older.
Mm-hmm. It's a rite of passage, It's not my fucking fault you came after me.
But it was, what's so crazy? Like, my brother's gay, but everybody thought I was gay before my brother.
Really?
Yeah, because my brother's, like, not, like, flamboyantly gay. He's just, like,
he's
I don't know how to
manly gay?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a bear.
Yeah, and my brother's, like, the funniest fucking person in the world. He just said, but he was
funny.
But he was my bully.
Yeah, see, it's like it's a rite of passage. I'm so sorry.
That's a different kind of bullying if it's a gay brother.
It was not. It was like,
you think those shoes match with that shirt? You stupid.
Yeah, for real, bro. It was like, ew, what are you doing? And I was just like,
Ew.
He's like, oh, that's
you got black kids.
That's what you're wearing? Yikes. And I'm just like, what you mean? He's like, I don't know.
See, I was physically abusive. I wasn't mentally abusive.
No, my brother would like mentally play games with me. He would like lock me in a closet and be like, good luck. And he would say, what was that? Like when you say the name Boogeyman? If you said that 3 times, something
Bloody
would pop
Mary.
out. Bloody Mary, yeah.
That's fucked.
He would yell it and then just run out and lock me in there. And I'm like, oh my God. Real talk, I'm claustrophobic and I think it's because of my brother. I think it's because of my brother. Real talk, because much like getting put into something. Like, it's just, we're laughing, but it's probably mental trauma. It's just like, I just haven't accepted till now.
Tracks.
Oh my God. Like, no, I'm kidding. But no, it's like, and we're I'm not kidding about any of that, but like, we're cool now. Like, it's not like I'm like holding any grudges.
Well, I mean, like,
no, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, it's been crazy. He was my upbringing. That's why.
It's just y'all two?
Yeah.
It's just us two.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I think it's more like, it bonds you more.
Did he get more spoiled?
Yeah.
No,
because I wasn't like a problem child. This is how unspoiled I was when we finally got like our own rooms.
Why'd you have to ask that question?
When we finally got like our own rooms, because we shared a room up until I was like 11 and she was like 13.
Oh yeah.
We got our own rooms, and then all the furniture in our room was hers from her fucking baby room before I came along, right? So then we got our own room, and my parents, all they did was give me like a mattress and like one of those Hollywood fucking baseboards, for the bed. And then they were like, "Oh, we'll get you furniture later." Never came.
Later, never came.
You had the whole setup.
Yeah, she had like
like the 4-piece
Yeah, it was like
set.
Yeah,
And I had a canopy.
It's not even a thing of like, oh no, it's like a brown thing, you know? It was white with flowers like on the center of it.
He remembers.
Yeah. I'd remember it too, pardon me. I'd be pissed. I'm like, man.
But I was like a problem kid, like Rick said. I was.
Yeah. Well, if I was him, I would have definitely started selling drugs or something.
Well,
just to piss him off. Like, not even to.
No, I was opposite. I was like, oh, they're having a lot of issues with the neighbor, so I'm just gonna be a good roomie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till this day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
But is that my fault?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I was spoiled.
Is it your fault? I don't think so.
I think we were both spoiled though.
Yeah, we were both. But the thing with Rick is that he never asked for shit, and like he like we would go to the store and like buy toys and shit. Right, every Friday it was the same thing. Dad gets paid, go to the store, buy some toys, go to the movies, and then go to our madrina's house. Right, but he would never ask for nothing, and then he would take hours picking out a toy, bitch. I said, if you're not gonna pick something out, give me that money to me. Allot the money to me.
And I would always tell my parents, like, nah, it's cool. Just, like, pay the electric bill.
Yeah.
I was very...
No, you weren't.
I would swear to God.
Swear, bro.
Mom has told me this multiple times, dude. I swear to God.
So
I would tell her, like, no, just put it towards the rent. I was very aware of bills and the fact that we didn't have that much money, like, from, like, a very young age.
So he's
I knew
risen.
we were poor.
He's the Messiah.
I guess. I'm proud not to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. For what? That's so much responsibility.
One of us, you know, I think that's the thing. When you have like a brother or a sister, like somebody was real good and the other one was real bad.
Yeah.
My brother's
also,
real
like,
good.
I would see her, I've said this a bunch of times, but I would see her getting in trouble for shit that I would eventually want to do.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay, just be a little sneaky about it.
Yeah. Just don't get caught.
Yeah.
You were just like, I don't care. I don't know who he was.
Who was the bad one and the good one with
I
you
was
guys?
definitely the bad one.
You were
Really?
the bad
Well,
one?
because, okay, my mom, you know, she has lupus. And so she was diagnosed when I was like 14 or something, 13 maybe. 13. And she taught me how to drive at a very young age. So she taught me and my brother how to drive at the same time, just in case anything ever happened. She was like, at least you know how to drive. Yeah. And she went, and so like, yeah, I was fucking 14, Fast and Furious had just come out, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna fucking street race, skip school. But like, I felt like I was the bad one, but my brother just never got caught. He was just like so smooth with it. Like I would get caught for everything because I was just reckless.
Same.
But the one time I was sneaking out of school at we'll change the names just so nobody gets in trouble.
Everyone knows where we've been.
Yeah, but it's so
You don't have to say. You don't have to.
we had a security at our school, and one time
Wait, was this high school?
yeah, this high school. Yeah, so. So I'm walking, like I used to skip lunch all the time and go get lunch because I had the truck, you know, and then and one day, so I'm walking back to the student parking lot to go get in my car with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she and the security is out there, and she's like, "Where the fuck y'all going?" And I was like, "We're gonna go get Sonic." She's like, "Ooh, go get me some. I just smoked with your brother. Go, y'all can take my car." And I was just like, wait, he's plugged in like that? No wonder he never gets in trouble. And I swear since that moment, I was like, man, my brother's, I wonder who else he's like plugged in with at this school. And I swear he was like, he's always been like that though. Like, you know, just plugged in and just knew how to not get in trouble. Me, on the other hand,
You didn't care.
yeah, I didn't care. I was like, man, I went to jail like 7 times before I turned 19.
God damn.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I've been to jail twice. What did
Twice?
you go to jail
Oh,
for?
dumb shit. Like speeding or like
Same.
truancy, like not doing.
Not truancy.
Yeah.
That was because the apartment, like the schools that we went to never knew what apartment we were at.
No.
No, never.
Shut up, bro.
No.
Y'all just put the address, no apartment number?
Yeah, which is stupid because we live right next door.
Yeah.
Or like right in front.
It's because every time that we would like go to a different school or like elementary school, middle school, high school, we always had to use somebody else's address, but our parents would never change it. So my senior year, they knocked down the apartments that we were staying at that they thought were ours, and they still had. So they were sending all the truancy letters that I was getting to that apartment.
Damn.
Yeah, that.
See, not everyone has the ability to have an old address be torn down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got lucky, brother.
Again.
Okay, yeah, but also I was talking to my teachers, being like, "Hey, I gotta go do this thing. You think you can just give me your work and like mark me here?" You know.
You had it like that?
Yeah, I
With
never
some
had it
teachers,
like
yeah.
that.
I had it like that with my Algebra 2 teacher because I lied to her and told her I was in the track team. I wasn't in the track team.
I was on cross country for a day.
For a day? That's
I'm gonna try out.
how was it?
And I didn't like it.
You were like,
I was
"Wait,
like, cross country.
running the
What
whole
does
time?
this mean?
The fuck?"
From distances. But I claim it.
Yeah,
Does
No,
not
I mean,
count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can claim it though.
Yeah.
If you were there for a day,
That's-
that counts.
That's
Exactly.
stolen valor.
What does that
don't know,
mean?
dog.
Can I go to jail for that?
Yes.
Nah,
Actually, I think you can.
maybe.
For stolen valor?
In terms of the military, I'm almost positive you can.
I'm not going to fucking.
Yeah, probably actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't just say like, "Oh, I'm a lieutenant" or something.
Oh no, that's impersonating, right?
Yeah. But
Whatever.
Stolen valor is like, I went to Vietnam. Like, you didn't go to fucking Vietnam.
You can be
bitch.
arrested
Yeah.
for saying you went to Vietnam.
Like, I mean, because Vietnam's a country though. Like, so like, can I just say like,
I was there.
right?
I didn't technically fight, but I was there.
I mean, I went.
I saw people shoot people
I was in that home.
spiritually, in spirit.
Physically, I ate a fucking.
Were you? Did you go to Vietnam?
what?
No, I've never been. I wanted to
okay.
go though, but like, I'm just saying, if I would, the pho. What you mean? I ate some fire ass pho in Vietnam.
Some dogs in Vietnam.
I don't
Oh,
like
no,
pho.
what? No, nah.
I'm
Honestly,
gonna clip that part.
I'm not a
okay.
fan of pho.
No,
Me
really?
neither. It doesn't taste like anything.
I like ramen more.
Okay, so like, I've recently liked ramen. I loved pho more than ramen, but now it feels like it's going
Yeah.
this
You ever
way.
see it like ramen is menudo and pho is pozole? That's the way I see it.
You know, for a long time, I know this is gonna come as an offense for y'all because of the name, but I thought it was the same thing. Yeah, for a long
okay.
What the
time.
fuck, dude?
I would always be like, "Oh, mom, let's go eat menudo," and then like I guess they would give me pozole, and then I would be like, "Oh, let's go eat pozole," and then they would give me menudo. So I was like,
The mejias don't
I
eat
never
menudo.
knew. Yeah, I was like, I never knew the difference. So I would always be like,
the mejias are a pozole family.
yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, damn, okay. And
But
then
do you like menudo?
I like them both. I don't know which one's which though. Still to this day, nobody corrects me.
It's okay.
Or like I feel like it looks the same.
Pozole has the
fool.
chickpeas
What are you talking about?
and the different
Pozole
type of
has the
meat.
chickpeas.
Yeah.
Menudo is the moo, the cow.
What does that even mean?
The meat inside of it is the lining of the cow's stomach. That's what it is.
Of menudo. So
How'd y'all come up with this name?
we both like menudo.
That's why you guys are
Yeah.
connoisseurs of it. Where's the best menudo in Dallas?
Our mom's house.
Tight.
Actually, our Taylor's house.
Yeah, our Tia Luisa's house. Don't tell mom.
Are you gonna cut that out? 'Cause
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that out.
You
She's
gotta,
gonna fuck.
you gotta leave that in
She's
there.
gonna beat the shit out of us.
She's-
Does she watch it all the time? Of course.
Oh,
No.
she doesn't fucking.
Yeah.
She got fucking high blood pressure and stopped using salt. So
Yeah. fuck that
Oh
shit.
yeah, no.
But my Tia Luisa would never.
My mom didn't know how to cook forever.
Really?
Yeah, till you know what I'm saying? Like, till today, I'm just like, no, it's good, but it's not, you know.
Where is she from?
She's from Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Like what part?
Like Tamaulipas, Reynosa. It's like right at the border.
oh, okay.
Pretty, like,
But did she
dangerous
come
right
here
now.
at a young age?
Yeah, she came here at like 5.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. So
Yeah.
you're second?
Second
Second
generation?
generation? Would that
I
be
don't know,
considered second?
no,
or
I think
first?
it's first.
Is this the first?
Yeah, because she wasn't born here.
Yeah.
So I'm the first generation.
I don't think so, Playboy.
No, I think it is first.
Hey,
But-
I don't know menudo and pozole, so whatever. I'm gonna trust y'all. I don't know the difference between them both, so I'm gonna take y'all's word for it. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a weird like differentiation that they put on it.
First generation is if your parents immigrated to this country and then you were born here. And if your parents were born here and then had you here also, you're second generation. But then there's also like this weird disconnect
That's
of
what I'm saying,
what I think
yeah.
you're landing in, where your parents came here at a young age, primarily probably grew up more Americanized, and then had you.
Yeah, my mom definitely. Yeah, because my mom didn't actually teach me Spanish. I had to learn it like on my own.
Did you pick it up fast?
No, I mean I understood it.
Well, usually,
But I couldn't
musicians,
pronounce it.
Because they have an
Yeah.
ear for stuff. They pick up languages fast.
No, I picked it up pretty fast, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't understand. I couldn't say it. Like there were certain words that I would just.
You understood it.
I couldn't like. Yeah, I would be like, oh, you know, trying to like describe what I want to feel. It was very like. Minimal,
Yeah.
you know, and like when I like talking or describing a certain thing, like I like to use like very enthusiastic words that I'm just like, oh yeah.
I've known you all this time and I never knew that.
What?
Tell me why I thought we had like deep conversations in Spanish.
Maybe. I mean, but they
Maybe
weren't.
we were drunk.
Yeah. We were just hammered drunk. And we were just, so in your mind, it was all in Spanish.
That's why you said everything that I needed to hear.
Yeah, it's like, and then to me, I was just like speaking English, and you're like, no, you know what? Yeah.
How long have y'all known each other?
Damn, 2014.
Really? Oh, I thought you were gonna say 20 years.
Well, we went to the same high school,
Yeah.
and we know the same.
But she was way too cool.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. He was way too cool.
No, yeah.
How much older are you
Actually, wasn't
than
that
me?
cool. I'm 34.
I'm 31.
So 3 years.
Yeah. So if I was a freshman, you were a junior.
Yeah, well,
Senior.
I was a shit kid, so I was in high school for like 5 years. Not like I'm bragging, like not like that's something to brag about. But I mean, like,
Well, why not? People go to college for 5, 6 years.
oh yeah,
at
no,
a time,
I don't
so-
regret anything I did.
Me neither.
I love every part of my
I regret
life.
every single thing.
You're like,
Actually, I've been thinking about it lately. Yep, I regret it all.
Yeah.
nah,
I could go back.
I love it. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. There's not like anything, the bad, the good, all
So
of
how
it.
were you in high school? What was your like high school life? Did you like have a bunch of
My high school
parties?
life was a bunch of fucking parties and a bunch of like just doing. Can I cuss? I'm sorry.
You been cussing.
yeah,
What you talking about?
I just realized it. It's because like
Thank you for being polite.
yeah, nah.
30 minutes in.
we partied a lot, and then we would just do dumb shit like all the time, and like, yeah, it was fun though. It was a good fun time. But my cousins were a lot cooler than I was when I was a freshman coming into high school. All my cousins were there, and like my brother and everybody was cool. They were the cool kids, and I fucking hated them. Like. Honestly, because I was just like, you're bullies. They were just everything I just hate. You know what I mean? So I was just like, man, you guys are assholes. Like, this is the legacy that I'm walking into. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be. Like,
You didn't want to lead into
yeah,
it.
because, we used to
And
have
then, like, when teachers find out, like, oh, this is your brother, this is your cousin.
no, but they actually were so much nicer to me because of my brothers and my cousins. And
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like,
Because I had a couple of teachers that she had. At least, I think it was like 2 teachers that I had. They were like, "Oh, is this your sister?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's her." One of them was like, "Oh, she was such a good student." It was an English teacher, I think, like my sophomore year. And another one was like, "Dude, she wouldn't shut the fuck up."
like, bro, I couldn't get her to shut the fuck up. And you're just like, wow, y'all can cuss? Teachers can cuss like this? You're like, yeah, man, bro, she was such a fucking headache, dog. No, just kidding. No, I don't know. But like, yeah, it went pretty well for me. Like, and then one time we were in, they had spirit groups.
Yeah.
So in freshman year, they're trying to recruit me to one of them, I don't know, the popular one.
Which one was a popular one? Because I was in one too.
Yeah,
so
the
you
one
say
in
the
green.
Wrong, oh, hell no.
Was it? Is it the
LLP.
I don't know.
I was in LHP.
Yeah, no.
I know they were the ghetto Mexicans.
it was all right.
And LLP was like the preppy Mexicans.
Yeah, exactly. So we were sitting at a table one time, and this girl was like, I guess, what's it called? Not auditioning, but initiating. And they were like, "What do you want, Chris?" And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" They're like, "You want us to get you something, or you gonna get chips?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, can I get some hot Cheetos?" And they're like, "Yeah, come here, go get him hot Cheetos. Anything else he wants, you go get." And I was just like, no. I was like, no.
Sit down.
No, you don't have to. And then they're like, yeah, no, she's initiating. She has to. And I was like, for what? Like, I just couldn't understand somebody being like, oh, yeah, let me do this for this. I was like, for what?
You were so woke. Shut up.
No, to me, the culture was just so bad.
I mean, it was.
And I was just like, man, this just sucks. So I worked my whole high school trying not to be like that. Like, because I was just like, man, fuck that. And I actually didn't get into a spirit group till senior year.
What, you made one, didn't you?
No, we went into
LTO?
No, the fire department one. LFD.
All the white skater boy drug addicts.
Yeah, because they were just like, and I didn't smoke weed at the time, but it was just like the only one that didn't make sense for me to be in. And I was just like, you know what? If I'm gonna be in one, and they had asked me to be an honorary member, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. And they were like, for real? And I was like, yeah.
Just so you don't
and I was like,
So I want to ask you, like, I wanted to really promote you. I wanted to know everything about you. No. We've already covered up to high school. Okay, I want to know, like, because I know a lot about you already, but I want to know like what your future plans are, where you want to take your stuff. You've had a foundation that you created a while back. You DJ, you took pictures for my limousine company back in the day. So you do photography, you kind of do it all.
Yeah.
But what's your like
the end game?
Yeah.
I feel like that right now my biggest thing is music. Moving into the house, there's a Rick Rubin is like one of my big inspirations, and like he has this studio in Malibu, and it's kind of like this
Shangri-La?
house. Yeah. And so and have you seen it? Like, you know, the interview? Yeah. So that's literally what I'm doing in my house right now. I'm creating every room to be able to create sounds.
Yeah. 4 walls and
like
that's basically like what he says. Like
exactly.
My room is just 4 walls.
Yeah,
which
and
I fucking love. Like I love that minimalist shit of like.
Yeah, bro. You should see my room. Like right now, I'm just like. But the thing is, my room is 2 rooms. It's like if there was no wall, it's just long, and so one of them has to be my closet. And I'm really big into fashion, so like I have a lot of clothes, and I want to start like repurposing my shirts. Like this was a shirt that I already had. And I was like, okay, let me just put this on there. You know what I mean? So like, I want to start doing stuff like that and like cutting it and using stitching like for shoes and like creating my own little, cause just being creative is like what I love. You know what I mean? I like waking up, and if I have a fucking idea, I plan about how I'm going to do it, go from point A to point B, and then just do it, you know, like, cause I remember talking to a coworker of mine about this shirt, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put that on a shirt. And they were like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then I show up and they're like, oh, you did, like, you know what I mean? You really did put it on a shirt. And I was like, yeah. And like the next day, you know, cause that's just, I want to be able to have those tools around me. But with music specifically, I want to like, ideas just come. And so I want to be able to be in bed and be like, oh, you know, record it, and it's already saved to my computer, and I could just go over there and just manipulate it the best way I can.
Well, you went out of the country to learn DJing.
So yeah,
right?
I went to Amsterdam to learn how to produce, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DJing I learned on my own, but producing is where I took it real serious, and I was like, I want to go to the best school in the world, you know. And I was like, and at that time I had nothing to lose, so I was like, I'm gonna go. And so I went to Amsterdam for music production, and because I was really into house music at that time, and that's like the best, you know, some of the best DJs come from there. And my teacher is like one of the best, and he actually has a producer coaching course that anybody could take. I'll send y'all the link so y'all can put it. Just to shout out my teacher.
Producer?
For music production.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, any part of it, like editing, mixing, like any part, like even like specific parts. That's what's so cool. It's like 1-on-1, and you could do like, you know, they'll teach you, even if you want to learn about melodies, they'll be like, okay, let's focus on melodies. So it's real cool. Yeah. And so I got to do that. I actually went last year to take like a 2-week speed class so I can go and kind of.
You went to Amsterdam last year?
Yeah, to kind of.
Isn't that cool? You just get up and fucking go.
I mean, you should. Like, if you're gonna take it serious, like it is that. Like, you need to put more effort, and that's with also me DJing. I had noticed like I went out for like weeks, and not because like, you know, I didn't go out to drink. I went out to study, and I was like, man, nobody's doing anything exciting. And I say that even now, like speaking to my peers as DJs and all that stuff. I tell them like. No, nobody's really putting effort. Like nobody's making a party that you're like, damn, I want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do that. Now there's one-offs there. I think like the all Kanye parties and all Drake parties that used to be, those were fun. Like I feel like that was a cool energy. But I just feel like nobody's really putting the effort. And so I went to Miami recently, and I did some research there too. But I felt the same way. It's all like flex culture, right? It's like you go to buy bottle service, and it's like, this is fun. You know what I mean? Like this is.
I've been to a lot of clubs where it's just dudes sitting on their phone. They're like, oh,
everybody, bro. Like you look around, the only time they're having fun is when they're recording.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like if they're like recording, like, oh my God, and then they'll get off, and it's just like,
yeah.
And I'm just like, can you just like really enjoy it?
Enjoy, get into the music.
Yeah, like just vibe. Like, and so that's why, like, so I started DJing at the sale. Like I wanted to bring a new Thursdays, like not a Latin night, but like it is a Latin club. And so I was like, well, let me bring salsa, bachata, merengue, because I love to dance. And that's like the first portion of the night is that. And then the second portion, I was like, well, I want to bring like right now, you know how Latin music's taken over. Well, there's different genres. There's more than reggaeton, right? There's dembow, there's baile funk, there's like these subgenres within Latin music that's like even subgenres of reggaeton. I think now you can call them that like bring a vibe. It's just like even remixes of like certain songs that you may know, like, you know, pop songs like Rihanna or Sierra, all these songs that just were made with these drum patterns that just naturally, I swear, if I only played the drums, you would move. I promise you. Yeah. Like there needs to be no melody, no bass. As long as you hear the drums, you're gonna be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So to have that bass, like that structure, everything, the house built on that platform is just like cool. So where can we take it? And a lot of the music I do produce myself. So I'm just like, I'm producing my own remixes to where I'm just like, all right, cool. And I kind of want to release them, but it's kind of hard because if you don't have a license, you have to like, you know, and like SoundCloud flags a lot of stuff now. There's really not a platform for it. I do it on my own website and stuff when I do make remixes, but I think I'm about to release a whole pack of them.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, but they're like going to be more Latin based, which I never thought I would be making Latin music, but just how the tables have turned.
Yeah, it's what's popular right now.
Yeah, and it's like enjoyable.
And it's fun,
yeah, like when I'm at home, I'm just like, ooh, like certain drums, like the Selena. When I did Selena Night recently, I was working on the intro, and I was like, you know, the live at the Astrodome where they're playing the synthesizer, and she's like, "Como la flor," and she holds that note, like. I wanted to recreate that moment, right? So I made my own modern synth and version of that. And when I played it, like everybody was just like, literally, I felt like it got the same reaction as if she did it, like if she was there, you know?
Yeah.
And it was cool because like I got to bring back that moment, you know, and that's what I plan to do like with those nights as a DJ. But as a producer, it's more like the projects that I've been working on have been real fun. And that's kind of the goal. The goal is just take it day by day, but just enjoy every day. Yeah. Making whatever I want creatively. You know what I mean?
Well, I went to one of those Thursday nights, not Selena night, but the one before. The guy that you brought out that was playing the, what's it called?
The trumpet or the saxophone?
The saxophone.
Yeah.
Oh, God, make my panties wet with a saxophone.
Yeah, he was crazy.
He was so good.
Yeah, he's great. He
was so good. Like
Christian Ortiz.
Why does that sound familiar? Did he go to White?
Yeah, he's...
he went to White?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't went to White, but he's married to Sylvia.
Who's Sylvia?
Or they got engaged. Or I don't know if they're married.
I think that's not familiar.
Christian Ortiz sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's cool.
Anyway, no, I mean, he was standing behind DJ when he was doing his thing or whatever, and then there was one song that he came out in the whole crowd.
Yeah, and that was like
oh shit,
one of the coolest
never
reactions.
Seen something like that ever.
Well, because you know, I hate when you go to a place and they have a DJ and a saxophone player, and it's just not interactive. Like it's
he was like in the crowd, like playing. Like I think he walked from one exit or entrance.
Well, that was the whole thing.
So
DJ. I was like, when we were coming up with the design of what I wanted to do, I wanted to shut the whole lights off. Like power goes off, like everything just stops, and then out of nowhere you just hear like a. Because that's a very popular Latin song right now, but that's playing by a saxophone player, and then you see sparklers coming out of nowhere, and it just lights up the entire place, and it's just like, oh dang, like what's happening? Because you think about like that surprise factor. We just went from like salsa, merengue, and all this stuff, a little bit of reggaeton, because after a certain time I started playing reggaeton, and then I cut everything off, and it's just like hard stop. Lights go off, everything shuts off, and it builds kind of this like,
what the fuck?
It's like when you go to a concert, right? The intro music when you're hearing before the play, before the artist comes on, you know how they'll play music at a certain level, and it's just not the same. But then when the artist comes out, lights are off.
Yep.
Then you hear something that reminds you of that artist. Yeah. So that's what we kind of wanted to build, and it was awesome. Cool. Yeah, and that's what I'm working on. I'm working on 3 more ideas that I have. I don't want to say the name of the ideas because I haven't talked to. Well, I've talked to a couple people, but we're still kind of.
But you'll give us the insight.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and it's all on my Instagram. Like, I use Instagram more than anything.
Yeah.
I want to bring back like vlogging, my vlogging that I used to do, except more of like how to, because I want to be able to leave the door open. That's a big thing when I first got into music. Even DJing, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Like, even trying to get music, nobody wanted to tell you where to get music. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to kind of give you that.
It is hard to find it. We've actually been trying to like film intros and stuff. And like you said, we can't get the licensing for some of the music, or we have to like pay monthly, like $50 monthly, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to.
Yeah. And like when you Google it, there's so many answers that it's
I'm
like,
not gonna Google
you know what I mean? There's 100 ways to do it probably, but like, I just feel like I want to build a different structure on like how this whole journey, because I just see it very clear as where I'm going to be now, where I am now to versus where I'm going to be. And I want to record that whole process, like everything, like getting a contract, talking to a manager, like all that, just to kind of build a guide, you know what I mean? Like that hopefully anybody who wants to make music. And like, that's the thing right now is like, I'm working on building a network of collaborating people. Like I've met some pretty cool people recently that I'm just like, damn, I can't wait to like build this whole network of people that I get to know or teach or learn from, because we can learn from each other everything, anything, anybody, you know? So that's the thing for me. It's like, I want to be able to learn so much from everybody. And that's really it. That's kind of what I've been focusing on, and like goodness.
Dude, like, because I guess I've known you this long, I've always been like, when is DJ breaking out? When is like, when are we gonna have DJ come out and be like this fucking crazy success story?
Yeah. It's hard though, because you know the biggest problem that I've faced, one is like self-discipline. That's probably the hardest for me. But number two was like also there's no community for it. That's why I have to go to LA, or I have to go to San Diego or New York or Amsterdam. You know, in Amsterdam, there's a musician every 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's no way you cannot create with somebody, you know, who's mutually on that same level as you. Here, it's very hard to find somebody because there'll be people who are like, oh, I make music. And I'm like, oh, we'll come to the studio. They're like, oh, okay, cool. I'll be there Sunday. They're not there Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've heard that with a couple of musicians.
Yeah, so you're just like, dang, man. And that's where it's kind of, it gets to that point where I'm just like, that was the biggest struggle for me. Like, because there's so much things I want to do. I just don't have the sources. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to start a night with a drum line. You know what I mean? Like have like a bro, like just have like the lights go down, and then like you just hear like the
oh my god,
you know what I'm saying? And it just goes into this like Latin thing, and it's just like boom, and it's just clean. Like I feel like that, and I edit the whole thing. You know what I mean? I orchestrate the whole thing, and I feel like that's the goal. You know, that's where I want to take it, and it's hard because again, I gotta source out where to do this, and like. Young people is kind of the way, like I'm 34, but like a lot of young kids is where I want to go. Not to like, because I still pay pretty well for like the hourly that I pay my artists that do come. Like, you know, he only played like 6 songs, you know what I mean? And I paid him very well for that whole hour. So it's like, even if it takes out of my money, because I'm more worried,
well, just like even me just talking about it, I'm sure like everyone there was like, that's insane the way that this, like, it's like people are talking about that guy walking through the club, going nuts on his saxophone or whatever. And it's like, that's worth all the money because then all the videos
exactly.
that they took,
and that's what I'm saying. It's more an investment. Like, and that's where people kind of fuck up because people are like, oh no, I can't take that risk. And it's like, I take those risks. Like who else is going to do it? You know what I'm saying? And like there are saxophone and trumpet players doing it, but they're at brunch. You know what I'm saying? They're not put platform like, and not given this opportunity to be like, well, do what you want. Like, let's, but, and there is certain direction that I give, like, hey, don't hold a note for too long, like at certain points, like, because again, it's like we're producing a song and you don't want like like saxophone players just be playing like, you know what I mean? You want like a bum, 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 you know what I mean? Like a rhythm, because we're creating music at the same time. And that's a challenge, but it's a lovely challenge that I just love because it's like, okay, cool, damn. And when he'll do something, I'm just like, I don't even want to change the song. Like, I just want to wait, like, let it go. Like, it's solo, you know what I'm saying? And like with both of the guys I've been able to work with, Jordan too, he's the trumpet player. I don't think you've seen him yet. Yeah, but he'll be here this next Thursday. But yeah, and I rotate them, and I have this girl named Amy coming in from California. She'll be singing. Yeah, yeah. So she's
How do you get like all this like creative?
It's just ideas that I've had to like. What would I do at a concert, right? Because when I want you to leave, I want you to feel like, damn, that was tight. Like you left a concert of your favorite artist. Yeah, you know. And that's kind of where I get these ideas like, okay, well, now I want to do a vocalist who can sing a mashup that I want to make live. Like she she'll sing this part and then sing this note that'll carry on to this other song. So I'm like, damn, that'd be clean to do that live. You know what I'm saying?
Adriana sings.
Yeah, no, I've been knowing that. I've been trying to. She could be. If y'all don't know, she needs to be making music on the regular, and this is me calling her out for everyone
That's so
to see.
fucked up. I can't believe you said
Yeah,
that.
you should. You have a beautiful voice, like beautiful. And I hear a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I can sing," and I'm like, "Let me hear it." I wish I could just pause.
Asshole.
No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but like because everybody could get better. Anybody. Yeah. And today you don't even have to sing. There's certain times I'll need like a vocal, and I'll go in there and I'll record something, manipulate it so much it doesn't even sound like me, but then it's like
really,
yeah, it's on tune. Yeah,
auto tune. Oh,
you can use auto tune, but you can also like correct the notes. Like so now you can like break it down. So if I go or I go, you know, I can just bring it down to where it sounds.
I hope you're not doing that.
No, but like I could fix it if I was, you know. So now there's just more that I know.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, with your voice, you could be Adele.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
What about the creative control? Like, how do the managers or the owners of the sale, they just let you
Well, that's
run
the thing.
wild?
I told them, I was like, I promise you, I could bring, because I was very focused on bar sales, right? Because that's how I'll be able to stay there forever, right? And knowing that number, I was like, okay, I know I could bring it to this number. And on our first night, I thought, okay, we're probably gonna triple it, just on the first night. We when you do it 5 times, what is that? How do you say that word?
Quintuple.
Quintuple? Yeah, I quintupled it. So it was like, damn. Okay, we're doing something here, you know?
That doesn't sound right. Quintuple?
Yeah, it's quintuple.
Oh, sorry.
It didn't sound right to me, but not because when you said it, but like somebody else had told me, and I was like,
that doesn't sound right.
that don't sound right. But now that you said it, I'm like, okay, I guess they were right.
You multiplied it by 5.
Yeah, so we did it. We had brought the sales pretty high, so I was like, okay. But I told them, I was like, when we had their initial meeting, I was like, look, trust me, I just want to do it this way, and if it doesn't work, what do we have to lose? We're not winning anyway. Like right now, it's what we have isn't working.
So is this like a new restaurant?
No, it's been there for like not a while, but like 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
You see, you made it to where it's like, how do we not know about this before? And now
because
like
it was more marketed as a restaurant.
It was a restaurant?
Mm-hmm. But like it turned into a nightclub, like what's it called? Naturally. Like it just developed into this thing upstairs where it just became not a nightclub, but it's like a lounge, but like a badass like little.
It feels like a nightclub. It feels like you're like going to a club.
Yeah,
My girlfriend actually went. My girlfriend and our friend they went that Thursday night. I couldn't go because I had to do a show, but
yeah.
I really wanted.
Did they like it? They had a good time.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun. And then the people that they also brought were like, "This place is fucking awesome."
Yeah, it's cool, and we're gonna get lights and stuff, and I'm gonna keep reinvesting. Like, everything I make from it, I'm just gonna put back into it because again, I'm not looking.
Like the way that you're describing it, like I said, I haven't seen it, but like you're describing it as more of like I'm putting on the show as opposed to like, oh yeah, I'm DJing at this restaurant.
Exactly, and
because it seems like you said, like a lot of musicians aren't really interactive with their shit. They're just like up there and they're playing the sax, whatever, to the song. Yeah. They'll probably just follow along with the song and just make it like do little shit here and there. But it seems like your artist is like actually going in, like getting into it with the crowd, fucking doing his own shit. Yeah. And you're also like playing off of each other in the sense.
Exactly. And now like with Serato, there's certain you can map out your board, and I could take out like the audio of a song and just have the drums play. So it's super cool that I could do that now, because instead of having like all these different, now my one board, I could map it out and I could be like, okay, I only want the acapella to play, and then if I have a drummer, the drummer could take over and just do the rhythm. So it's real cool. It's cool that like creatively we can just, where we can take it is like, and they give me that opportunity, you know. And
that's another big thing is like if you're able to actually do that, because they could have just been like, no, just come here and play these tracks.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have done it. I would have said no.
Because you also have the following to just do that.
Yeah, and
if you wanted, or if they only wanted you to do that.
Well, it was 3 meetings, right? We had 3 meetings prior to. First was the initial idea conversation, and then it was like, well, put it on paper and let's see what we could do. So when I put it on paper, I was like, this is what I want to do. I had to go through the first boss and then went to the next one, and that's when we kind of
That's scary, dude.
It was,
Just
but it was.
present your
I just
stuff.
knew it's gonna work. Like they're like when you just know, because nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
And that's where they kind of have to think like, damn, I'm taking a risk on something no one's doing. But what I brought was data of somebody doing it somewhere else. You know, I would be like, well, this is what they did at this club in Miami and they're very successful, or this is what they did in Amsterdam. And like, because I know where they're from, like one of them's from Miami, one of them's from London, one of them, like I just, okay, then let me research things that you've been through. So I would be like, oh, hey, and that's what's very important. Like if you can get to know anybody, get to know who's the most important person and get to know where they're from, because then you have to step into their world. You have to be like, okay, when you were 25, what was popping? Okay, now let me look up that environment. Let me see what that's about. And luckily for me, I've been able to travel, and that was the goal. I was like, I want to just learn how to have these environments, like Boiler Room, right? Boiler Room's like it's its own thing, but it's like when you go to a Boiler Room, you're like, damn, this is gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter who's playing, you're like, oh, this is gonna be something that's an experience.
Have you seen the Catrinado's Boiler Room set? You haven't seen it?
No, it's lit.
It's so lit.
Yeah,
it's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, and
it's like so he starts it off so chill, and then it just goes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like so that's what awesome. You have to build that. Like we have to do more now, and that was my goal coming back. I was like, I don't want to be a DJ. I want to be an artist. You know what I mean? And I want to put like everything that goes behind it, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, and I have a buddy. We're probably gonna start the docu-series on how to do it. Yeah, like
that's insane, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's like, you know, I don't have a lot of.
You're just gonna pop up.
Well, I just feel like my route,
got the inside scoop.
My role in this is more of like that, like. Let's build it together, because everything I did Thursday, I reacted like I would have polls on Instagram, and that's where I would get certain data of what not to do or what to do, like even the signs, you know, like the
I interacted on it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's like a community thing. Yeah. Like we're building it, and I think that's why so many people came, because they were just like, oh wow, he told us exactly how it's gonna play out. And it was so much just like, how is he gonna put this all together? But then when it came together, it was just like perfect. Now it wasn't perfect. There was a lot of things like me. I was just like, oh, I wish I could have done this. But the way it played out, I gotta like pat myself on the back and be like, okay, now let's get better. You know what I'm saying? And every day I get better. Every week I work on it. Like every week.
How long have we been doing it now?
We're on week 4 now.
This upcoming week?
I think it's week 5. Yeah, it's week 5.
We gotta roll deep one of these days.
Yeah, and it's
like I said, man, my girl said she had a blast. She was dancing the whole night. Yeah,
and it's fun, man. It's because I don't just play reggaeton. Like I play house. I play like I'll just read the room as well and be like, okay, let's do this. You know. But it's been a lot of fun, man. And the next couple ones we have, they're gonna like we're working on themes. Next month we might do a Rebelde theme because school's getting off. Yeah. But it's gonna be tight because you know how you're getting out of school.
Front door. Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Or
so
whatever.
like,
I'll do whatever you want me to. I'll suck at.
Whoa, God! All right, well, all right. No, but yeah.
Kidding, but oh my God, Rebelde.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh
yeah,
shit!
So
you're gonna get a lot of bitches up in there.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. I mean, not bitches, but like people. Yeah, so we're gonna wear like the.
Oh my God, I'm coming!
It's gonna be tight, and that's what we're gonna plan to do. So once a month we'll choose like a different theme.
So
but crazy thing about next month is you have so much, right? We have because the first one's 4 de Mayo, so instead of 5 de Mayo, it's on the Thursday the 4th, May 4th.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about going the Star Wars way, but I'm like, it doesn't match.
May the 4th be with you.
But I was like, it just doesn't match the demographic.
It's not as fun.
So then we worked on me and January, who's our VIP manager. He was like, what if we called it 4 de Mayo? And I was like, bro, that's such a good, like, he basically just said it in Spanish, right? But I'm just like mind blown. I was like, bro, that's so smart. Like, yeah, I'm just like, yeah. Like, and he had brought up the Rebelde thing too. And I was like, bro, that's such a good idea.
If you do Rebelde, dude,
yeah, it's going to be fun.
Y'all will be packed.
Yeah. So we're going to do the Rebelde. We're trying to plan them all now. Yeah. So we can just launch like the calendar.
Some people do like 3 months in advance, right? Of planning.
Yeah. Well, and my marketing is like big. Like, I mean, I had a big marketing plan of like, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm going to send invitations to. This is everything I'm going to kind of do. And it works. You know what I mean? Now the next thing's working on sponsorships, like teaming up with a liquor brand and seeing what we could do that we can get all that. And then lights. We're going to put lights up and stuff so it can be more of an environment.
I have a light person that I know, and I have a tequila brand that I
Well, let me
just
know.
met. I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
I'll let you know after. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's
You've been
fun.
going
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, and it's a lot, but
Would you ever do your like fundraising thing again?
yeah. So,
What was
but
it?
now
Music
when I'm
affecting lives?
that was too big for my pockets, one, and too big for that time. But I'm so glad that idea, because all this will eventually lead back to that.
Yeah. Todo su tiempo.
Yeah, and that's like when I can financially back that myself. Because the thing is greed, right? Greed is like people don't want to just give without having a return, which I get it. It's a business, right? But like sometimes you could still run a business and just cover your ends and just put in your time, and it goes to something bigger than all of us. You know what I'm saying? So finding a team like that and do it, not because you could still pay your employees, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying people come dedicate your time for free. So it's like, but understanding that now, I'm like, okay, well, let me do it myself. Let me financially back it myself. And then I could just do it on however I want. Like exactly like with this Thursday thing. It's just like, oh, cool. It's on me. So it's like, I get to do whatever I want. And the next thing is to work on a Friday one and a Sunday one. I didn't really want Friday and Saturday because they're their own nights, right?
Yeah. People come out regardless.
Yeah, but exactly. That's actually the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like I want people to want to come out. Like a Thursday's hard.
It is an effort, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is.
Because then you gotta wake up early on Friday.
Yeah, and you work the next day, but like
it was fucking worth it because Thursday night was lit as fuck.
exactly, and that's where I'm just like, I want that challenge.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest night at like Red River, like the country club, the biggest night is Thursday night because it's ladies' night, you know. And
would you do that ladies' night or anything?
We kind of have a ladies' night because like if you come with a group of girls, like we give you like a discounted bottle and stuff. Like you already get like pretty good bottle specials.
Let me pop up next Thursday.
No, y'all
with all
should.
my
If you do
bitches.
come as a group, I'm telling you the best way to go is a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just so much better for your pockets. Like you're gonna spend it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if all of
And
y'all
we get
throw
the
in
pretty
60
girls.
bucks, like that's nothing. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's a
It
vibe.
was really fun. Well, I was there last time with the plug, so I was there with my bitch last time. So we were up right next to yours.
Oh, she made it rain.
DJ, yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did make it
She
rain.
always does.
She does.
I love
like,
that bitch.
man, plugged up.
Crazy, right?
Should we drop her name or no? No. Can't get the plug away. Can't get the plug. No, but yeah, no, she's yeah. But that's the goal. Like, you know, make it all come back to that, and yeah, working on that, making it a big, making whatever I do. Like the brand Alexander Chase should be, when you think of that, it should be like, damn, that's fun. That's going to be exciting. And like working with young people, like talking basically. Because I get a lot of feedback from young people and I'm like, oh, did you like this or did you like that? And I'm like, they're very blunt too. So it's like, no, that was whack as fuck. And I'm just like, oh.
But it's better to have that reaction though. It's
Yeah, it
better to
is.
have it.
No,
I would rather.
I appreciate all that. Like that is like, because that's what's gonna make me better.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's cool that we go out, but we can't go out all the time. You know, like as we're getting older, and so I have to stay, you know, in tune. Yeah, and that's why I pay attention to a lot of like, it is a lot of time, but it's worth every time. Like every minute of it's like worth getting into it. That's why it's always like I'm always running. Yeah. Running out of time, running out of all this. Yeah. But it's worth it. 100%. And I definitely want to put as much effort because like the discipline part is what the journey I'm on right now. That I'm just like fucking going hard with like waking up and just doing it. You know what I mean? Like just fucking no excuses, just do it.
Well, I have to ask because I ask everyone on the pod. What's your love life? I don't have to go into details, but are you focusing on your craft right now? Are you finessing some ladies?
No, I mean, I'm just focusing on the craft. Now it does get lonely, so you know what I mean? They're like, but I'm just not even in that space to kind of want to do anything serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to respect women enough to where I'm not, you know?
Yeah.
But
you have to have your mind in.
Exactly.
In the
like,
relationship.
but I'm very, like, if anybody I do get with, I'm going to be very honest about what my needs are right now and what their wants are, because it's important. Like, it's a two-way street, especially with like the Andrew Tate era. It's like of men, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like
Ricky's an Andrew Tater.
Are you really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is actually a wig. I shaved my head, but I don't
No
know.
way. That's No, but I was just like, dang, I couldn't even tell. No, I was just like, I can't even tell, man. But it's not because I don't know. But that debate is a whole thing, right? That's like it's because some people
It's
are
like a 14-year-old's mentality of life. Like I got bitches, I got cars, I got money. Like bro,
do you know who Bretman Rock is? Do y'all know Bretman Rock?
Yes, I love him.
To me, that's more of a man.
is that
Oh my God, yes, 100%.
Right?
the Filipino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
He's so funny.
That's
He's
more
so
of a
funny.
man than Andrew Tate because he could stand in a
100%.
room and be 100% him and not give a fuck what anybody.
But also
thinks.
be respectful.
Exactly.
Also be like, considerate of others' space.
Exactly.
Like,
And to
fuck
me, that's why I'm
Andrew
like, that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't. It's kind of hard with what I do to kind of have because but I also, like I said, I want to respect women in the sense where it's like, I want to be very honest about where I'm at. Like if I do end up doing anything with anybody, I want to be like, hey, this is kind of what I'm doing and this is where I'm at. And I don't know if I'm gonna have time for anything, you know, and you know, let it happen how it happens.
Tate.
But yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Well, is there anything else that you want to promote other than your Te Deseo stuff before we cut it?
No,
You guys-
I mean, not really. There's a couple merch stuff that I'm gonna be dropping soon.
Yeah, we'll share it on our.
Yeah, I'm
We're
working.
gonna send us everything and we'll share it.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, it's just we're working on collaboration because I want to work with local like designers
Yeah.
and just put them on the map and like
Yeah, dude, that's
give 'em
exactly
platform.
what we want to do. Like, work with local people. Like,
Yeah.
have local people on. Come and talk about your shit.
Yeah,
We'll
but I
make-
want like I don't want to make money from it. I want all the proceeds to go to different organizations.
Oh, okay. We want to
yeah.
make money, but you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Because there's two ways to go about it. Like, I just don't need. I have different sources of income that bring
Right.
that. You know,
Yeah.
this is more of the purpose of like representing who I am. Yeah, like there's a couple ideas I have, and I've reached out to a couple people, and
Well, since I've known you, you've done a fundraiser.
Yeah.
You've done photography, like I said, all this stuff that you've done. And it looks like once you kick off, I guess, with your main thing, which
Mm-hmm.
is becoming an artist, everything else will fall into place.
yeah, I kind of want. What I want to do is. Because I've always taken on like 27 different things, right?
Yeah.
And now I just want to focus on one, like music. That's it. Like even the marketing stuff I put on the side, I'm not getting any more clients with it. Like I'm not photography, none of that. Like none of that. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just focus 100%. Now people will ask me like business tips, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, I do know what to look for or what to do, and you know I was real successful at that. So I'm like, well then let's talk. You know,
Yeah.
and I'll give advice to my friends and stuff. So if anybody's out there and they need any kind of business marketing advice, you know, they can hit me up. But I'm not prioritizing it. Like I'll give you a roadmap, but I'm not going to actually do the work. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
well, this is what you should do, or like and study your data.
Yeah.
Because I love it. Like I love looking at what can we do to get more interaction.
Right.
And I did it on y'all too. Like I looked at like the numbers and I was like, let me just see this and that and like
Well, you helped me with a business years ago.
yeah.
You took photography. You took Ricky's pictures.
Yeah.
Remember, he was our model. So yeah, you're always been super helpful. You're always been super down with your friends and stuff. So
I think it's a skill because it's karma. You know, it's always going to come back no matter what. And you never know who you're going to help. You know, I've met some people in my life that I'm just like, damn, I was going to ignore this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like on purpose, but like
Yeah.
sometimes you're busy and sometimes it's going to be like, fuck, I don't have time for this. But like, I'm so glad I answered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they needed me at that moment. And I just said, okay, well, let's talk. Like, are you okay? Are you this? And and that later on turned into something else. You know,
Yeah.
so it was like, I don't know.
well, that's dope, dude.
Yeah, it's been cool. And anything I can help y'all with, just let me know. I mean,
DJ, I love you.
yeah, it's going to be tight.
Make our song, make our intro and our outro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down. Just let me know what y'all want.
Yeah. Willie Beaner shit.
Already. Like, what's his name?
Like,
Blumont? What's his name?
oh my
Peso-
god, I love
Peso
Peso
Blumont?
No,
Yeah.
not like that. More like lowrider type shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Well, that's my vibe. I don't know about Rick. We'll have to talk about it.
I was thinking like brutal, hardcore, like death metal. I was
Like Screamo, but West Coast?
no, like brutal.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck no.
That's what I was thinking for our outro.
That could be the
Absolutely
outro.
not.
Honestly,
What if we get what you want on the intro and what
I'll
he
do the
wants on the outro?
Nobody's gonna listen to it, but except for me,
Okay. Well, if you pitch it to me like that,
like that.
okay.
Guttural
That's fine.
screams.
And then it just turns into like, good ass, like Fred again. We'll just turn that into like a very emotional outro, like yeah, like
That'd be awesome.
All right, well, go ahead and plug your stuff, DJ. You're gonna be at the sale on
the sale on Thursdays. For now, and anything to keep up with me, just follow me at my Instagram, which is Life of Alexander Chase. I'm pretty sure you'll link it. But other than that, yeah, that's where I'll keep it going. And if y'all know any artists who want to be a part of it, I'm definitely booking till June. I mean, I think it's gonna go till August. Because right now it's like a semester. Yeah, it's gonna be and summer's like our peak.
Yeah.
So like this is the fact that it's busy right now. I can only imagine in summer.
June, July.
Hey, I have a birthday in July. What can you help
Come
me with?
anytime. We'll
You hook it up or what?
Comp bottle. What you mean? For you and 6 friends. Because knowing you gonna pull up with 27 Mexicans in one van, and I'm like, yo, how'd y'all squeeze in the home?
I was about to bring 20 people last week.
No, y'all can anytime.
Yeah.
Like, and we have like a happy hour, so it's like $7 margaritas.
Ooh,
Cool.
Yeah.
margarita.
Yeah, it gets good. But yeah, my Instagram has all the information that you'll need to keep up with that.
Love all that.
And thank y'all for having me. Real talk, this was cool.
DJ,
Absolutely.
thank
Sorry
you
for all
so
the
much
sorry for all the trouble.
Yeah.
No.
We're over here fucking asking DJ for help and shit right before we even start recording.
No, it's been a fun experience. I mean, coming on podcast, because I done a couple. It was this one's been the most like. This is what I needed for today. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was in therapy. And it was like, but we were talking like good. Like,
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. I want to have more conversation where we could talk about like creatively. And
Well, I've been trying to have you on. I'm going to pull you out right now. I've been trying to have you on for the past 2 years.
damn.
Tell me I'm lying.
No. Yeah, you're lying. 100%. I have not. I have the receipts right there. I'll show y'all this message.
But thank you
I'll
for
do my
coming
own video on Instagram. I'm like, look, she lied. It'll be.
We're going to start beef.
Yeah, we're gonna start beef. Me versus y'all.
Beef for the views.
Like, yeah, and it's gonna be like our thumbnail is gonna be like a picture of you and me, like EY. No, but yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Dude,
Absolutely, man.
you've been awesome. Come back anytime.
Yeah.
We'll promo the shit out of you, and we'll see you on Thursdays.
Next time I'm gonna come with our sponsor.
Yeah, come with the
With
sponsor,
y'all's sponsor,
brother.
yeah.
Hey. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Make sure to follow all our social media. Follow our friend DJ, aka Alexander Chase, at Life of Alexander Chase on Instagram, and we'll see you next week.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.